Good morning, dear students. This is the last topic in module 6. So, we need 3 lectures for this topic, and this topic is called VHDL. So, let's see what is VHDL. Now, VHDL stands for VHSIC Hardware Description Language. So, this is your VHDL. VHSIC Hardware Description Language is VHDL. And what is VHSIC? It stands for Very High Speed Integrated Circuits. So, what is the meaning of this? VHDL is a hardware description language which is used to model a digital system. So it's actually like a programming language which contains all the elements that can be used to describe the structure as well as behavior of a digital signal system. So VHDL programming or modeling of a digital system can be done in 3 ways: data flow approach, structural approach, and behavioral approach. Now, a VHDL design of, say, a gate or any circuit, a gate like an AND gate or a circuit like a half adder. Usually, a design using VHDL is divided into several blocks. So, these blocks are then combined to form a complete design. So, the 2 main blocks that we need to look at is entity declaration and architecture declaration. So first let us look at what is entity declaration. So entity means if you are using an AND gate, your entity is AND gate. If you are going to design a half adder, then the name of your entity is half adder. So entity declaration consists of mainly 3 statements. The first statement is assigning name to the entity. Second one is specifying the input and output. And the third one is end statement. For example, let us look at how we can do the entity declaration for designing an AND gate using VHDL. So you have to use the keyword entity. Entity is the keyword. Entity AND gate is. AND gate is the name given to your AND gate. So you can't just use the word AND. You can't just use AND. Why? Because AND is already an inbuilt operator in VHDL. So if you are using an AND gate, you need a design for AND gate. You have to give some other names like AND gate and so on. AND underscore gate, AND hyphen gate. All these are the names that can be used for AND gate. You should never use AND because it's already doing the AND operation in VHDL. It's already a built-in keyword or built-in operator in VHDL. So you have to first use the word entity, then name of your entity. I have given the name AND gate to my entity is. How will you describe the entity? You have to define the inputs and output ports. So what are your input ports? What are your input ports or input signals? If it is a 2-input AND gate, you have 2 inputs A and B. These 2 are your in and Y. You take output Y from the AND gate. Your output is Y and it is specified by out. And what is this? STD underscore logic. It is actually the data type. Like in C programming, you have int, float, etc. STD underscore logic is a data type used in digital system. And then you have to finish with end and gate. Now, as I told you, input data signals A, B, C are of data type STD logic. So STD logic is the one which has more than 2. Usually what we say in digital system, 0 and 1. But in the first class itself, I had told you that there can be digital systems with more than 2 levels. Multi-logic systems can be there. So different types of digital systems are there. So standard logic is a data type which takes into consideration not only your zeros and ones but also others. Okay, so if you want, you can look personally into what is STD logic data type. If you want, you can ask me, I can explain to you as far as I know about it. But you need just only the basics of VHDL, so we don't need to go into details of each type. Okay, now so you should be clear that you use semicolons here. After the imports declaration, you put a semicolon, then you write the output declaration, then the brackets should be closed, ended with semicolon. Again, the end operation should be ended with a semicolon. You should not forget to put the semicolons. So except the last entity declaration, okay, the entire entity declaration has a semicolon. Look here, what they said is, after the imports you put a semicolon, after the outputs you close the bracket and then only put the semicolon. Now in C programming also you used to comment, right? Similarly in VHDL also you can comment. So this is a symbol which is used for commenting. For example, I need to make a comment about this line, declaration of a new entity. So I put a hyphen, write what is my comment. This is the way I can comment in VHDL. Now, so far we saw what is entity declaration. Now we need to see the architecture declaration. So architecture declaration means it's a description of how your gate or your circuit works. For example, earlier we wrote the entity declaration for AND gate. Now we'll write the architecture declaration of AND gate. So you have to use the keyword architecture. Okay, and this is the name of your architecture, arc_and, because it is of AND gate. I gave this name. Okay, architecture, I gave a name for my architecture, arc_and, of which entity. You write your entity name. I wrote my entity earlier as AND gate, right? So write that name here. So this is to describe that I'm going to write the architecture for AND gate, and I have specified a name for my architecture. So architecture name of entity name is begin y less than or equal to A and B. So how does an AND gate operate? So this AND operator is inbuilt in VHDL. So for performing AND operation, you just need to write AND. So y is equal to A into B. That is the meaning of this. This is what an AND gate does. So what operation an AND gate performs is written inside the architecture. So this is your assignment operator. Assignment can be in different ways. So here the assignment has been done in this way. There are many types of assignment statements. You don't need to know more into that. Just write it this way, y less than or equal to A and B. Now, you need to know something about the VHDL libraries too. So, like you have C programming libraries. How do you specify library? Library name, semicolon. Use library name dot package dot all, semicolon. For example, IEEE is a famous library which is used in VHDL. So you write the keyword first, library, name of your library, IEEE. Put a semicolon. Then inside that library there will be several packages. So STD Logic 1164 is just one package. This std.logic 1164 is just one package inside your library. So you're going to use this package inside this library. That is why you have written use keyword. Use IEEE.std_logic_1164.all. Okay, so it is actually in this one, this package, that the explanation or the interpretations about your data type std logic is written. I told you it is a special type of data type, std logic. So all the details regarding that, everything has been specified in this package. Now, I told you that VHDL has three types of modeling approaches. The first one is data flow modeling. So we'll first look at what is data flow modeling. In this lecture, we'll finish off with data flow modeling. So data flow approach of VHDL modeling mainly looks at how data flows from input to the output. Okay, so we have already seen how we can do the modeling of AND gate. It was actually using data flow modeling approach. That is, we need to look at the relation between input and output, or the equation relating input and output should be written in the architecture. That is what data flow modeling approach means. So this is the entire structure of your VHDL. First, you write the library thing, library IEEE semicolon, use IEEE.stdlogic1164.all semicolon. This is your library declaration, followed by entity declaration. You have already seen this entity declaration, followed by your architecture declaration. This is the structure of the entire VHDL data flow model for AND gate. Similarly, you can see the data flow model of OR gate. The only difference is you give the names for OR gate here, and OR gate, then architecture. I have given another name for my architecture of what is your entity? It's OR gate. Now, what is operator here required? It is OR operator instead of AND. That is the only difference. Okay. Now, let us see how we can model half adder using data flow modeling approach. So all these parts are same. Library declaration is exactly same. Entity declaration, I have given my entity name as half adder. So for half adder, how many inputs are there? You give two inputs, A and B. And what are the outputs? Sum and carry. So my outputs are sum and carry. Okay. Now, I have given this name for my architecture of my entity name is half adder is begin. What is the equation for my sum? Sum is A XOR B. So you write sum less than or equal to. This is my assignment operator. It is equal to A XOR. XOR is an inbuilt operator. Okay. XOR is an inbuilt operator. Now carry. What is the equation for carry? AB. So carry can be assigned as A and B, and the architecture. Similarly, you can write the data flow model of full adder. How will you write the data flow model of full adder? Library declaration part is same. Now, instead of half adder, you change it to full adder in the entity name. Now, what are the inputs? You have three inputs, A, B, carry in, and outputs I have given as sum and carry. Now, what is the equation for sum? A XOR B XOR C in, and what is the equation for carry? AB plus A XOR B into C. That I have implemented it here. So, today we have seen in general what is meant by VHDL and how can you model simple gates and simple circuits using data flow modeling approach of VHDL. We have just seen the data flow modeling approach. There are two other approaches, structural modeling and behavioral modeling. Both of these can be looked in the next two classes. Thank you. You can ask me if you have any queries.